One of the favorite things that happens when we do an in-store event is we take a backless guitar like this and do somewhat of an autopsy. It's actually the first time that most people get to see inside a guitar and understand what's in here and how the expression system pickup works.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, people notice the bracing and they notice our patented relief cut and other things, but they're really fascinated by the pickup system. So we're going to take a moment and give you a guitar autopsy here. And this is on a GS model. And so this is the expression system that you find on the 300 series and higher and all of our glossy acoustics. And it uses 3 magnetic sensors. The first one is under the fretboard, and you can't normally see it, but we've cut away this fretboard so you can get a little peek of it here. And that's the dynamic string sensor. Then you've got 2 body sensors located inside the guitar under the top. And it's easy to see those once we turn it around. All 3 of those are plugged into the preamp, and the preamp is where the electronics live that control the volume and the tone of your guitar.
Now from the preamp, the signal flows out to the battery pack. In the battery pack there's a little carriage which has a 9-volt battery, which is discussed in a previous section, and you can get easily 40 hours of use, of plugged-in use and performance use out of this system.
Yeah, now if you keep your guitar plugged in all the time and it's sitting on the stand overnight, that counts, right? Because the circuit is still plugged in and on. So if you're not using your guitar, just simply unplug it and that'll save battery life.
And on the board, actually by looking through the sound hole, there's a little LED inside here, and if that LED is lit, that means your battery is good. If it's not lit when the guitar is plugged in, the battery is either dead or it's on its way to being completely dead.
Yeah, or it might not be there. So I mean, a lot of times, you know, people will take the battery out to use in the tuner or something else, so just double check that.
And a brand new feature we actually have here is a fused string ground. And I'll let Brian tell you about that.
Well, those of us that gig, I mean, there's always that one place that we've run into where you get the dreaded blue spark, right? You're holding on to your guitar strings and you touch the microphone or some other metal component and you get a little zap. That happens because at some point in the system there's a bad ground scheme. And what we've done is we've put a failsafe in here so you won't get electrocuted. This fused string ground, which the ball ends of the strings touch here, which means when your hands are on the guitar, it's going to connect you to that circuit. Go to a specially designed fuse that's there that protect you from that lethal voltage. So if you happen to be in a spot where the club is wired weird, or it's an old studio, or somebody's basement or garage, this is a potential lifesaver.
Correct. And again, because the expression system is a magnetic system, it's very similar to electric guitars, a string ground is extremely helpful. The fused string ground and the circuit behind that, though, is a brand new feature. And then there's one last feature that we're going to discuss in the application section, which are there's switches here now in this preamp, which will individually turn off body sensors, easy to reach through the sound hole, and it'll allow you to voice your system for different applications, and we're going to get into that in the tips and tricks. So that's a bit of our autopsy. Pretty easy to understand. Looks a little complicated here, and quite sophisticated, but a great sounding and easy to use system.